proficiency bonus is we pick up from where we were 2 weeks ago. Unfortunately, we had life and illness affecting us last week, so no stream, I'm sorry to say. But before we jump headfirst in, a couple of quick shout-outs. First, number one to Team MZ. Great support structure and community for small streamers like us. If you're interested in checking them out, you can find them on Twitter, either at Team MZ with 4 M's or hashtag Team MZ to see all the different streamers using that tag to call out to each other. Great group of people there. Shout out to Many Sided Dice. They have a wonderful magic item compendium that we use on this stream and occasionally on the Friday night stream. And lastly, a shout out to Nightshade Creations, who have make a lot of little custom tableside crafts. What's the word I'm looking for? Implements is the only thing coming to mind. But things like dice trays, Dish of Shame, which was given away a couple of weeks ago on our Friday night stream, won by one of our longtime viewers and a good friend of the show, Stumpy from Insight Check, who is now running on Saturday nights, 9:30 p.m. Eastern. So if you haven't checked them out before, make sure you hop over, take a peek at them, see what they're doing. They're running a beautiful homebrew campaign currently. But now that we've got all the other stuff out of the way, let's go back in time a couple of weeks here as our party has made their way back to town and through some, minor adventures. Our group had won some dinosaur racing, made some slightly fraudulent bets, walked out with a decent little chunk of change. Melik getting followed off by a couple of shady characters. Really not sure why yet, but managed to slip them and meet back up with the group as the rest of the group came out of it a little worse from whereas Solana had planted a magic bean and met up at the somewhat rough going with a rather large beast that sprung out of the ground. As the bullet gave our group a little bit of trouble, eventually they made their way back and then actually went off on their own ways, hoping to run into the daughter of Artist Simber. Some of our party actually met up with her name being Zandala. And as they discussed seeking dragon bait, they went their ways. Zandala one way, our players another. Our players luckily found dragon bait first. The group made their way back to the repose, and where they had agreed to meet Zandala later, once they had tracked down dragon bait and have a conversation. And with that, we come back to our group in the room here, in the inn. You guys know that Zandala's on her way. She's going to be there any minute. Is there any last-minute things the group of you would be doing or discussing before she arrives?
I'm going to take a shot of whiskey.
I also want to point out Solana bought herself a monkey.
I bought myself a monkey.
Thank you. I forgot about, the flying monkey that, let me see, did I remember to give you a sheet for that flying monkey? I can't remember now.
And you named him Davy Jones for me, so thanks.
Oh, there we go.
I don't have the heart to change it.
Okay. So we have Davy Jones, the flying monkey that Solana has purchased as well. Melik's brief tour through Tariki Anchorage and finding a couple of black market shops that are dealing in some apparently decent quality magical items, but as they are black market, their prices were a little
really
a little steep for what Melik was looking for at the moment.
Enough stealing today. I'm good.
And with that, is there anything, so Solana's getting a shot of liquid courage.
Yep.
Anything else the rest of the group would be doing in prep, expecting Zandala's arrival any moment.
Devanate, remind me, did we give Dragonbait kind of like the lowdown on what was about to happen?
Yeah, well, he knows that she's going to show up sometime. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I mean, like that she's Artis's daughter and that this is the conversation that's about to happen.
Yeah, he knows about that. I told him. He
Okay, cool. Just wanted to check.
She didn't find him, though. He left, I guess, on his own accord after she did. So he doesn't... when I met him, he didn't know that somebody was looking for him, but he does now.
Right. Okay, good. As long as he's aware now. Okay.
Also, how busy is the inn at the moment?
Looking around, there's a couple of people, but no one in your immediate area. You guys have your own table over to the side.
Is there
Got
a
a couple
private
people in the
room?
far side of the room.
Yeah, I was just gonna say, maybe when she shows up, I think she'd be probably upset, so maybe we should just go usher her to one of the rooms we rented.
Like one of us can stay down, me or you, and wait for her and then bring her up to that room so it's not kind of like...
Yeah, that would work, I think.
I don't know what she looks like. I don't think so. I can't do that.
Okay, Melik will wait downstairs for the little girl and then bring her up to the room where
I don't
everyone
think
is
she's
waiting.
little.
Okay, so
She's
you've
like
got...
an old woman.
Yeah.
I don't think she's an old woman. She's just not.
Melik will wait downstairs for the average-aged woman and then we'll bring her upstairs.
Okay, so we've got Melik the same weight downstairs. So, who is heading up into? Is everyone going up into this one room, or are you guys splitting up? What's everyone else's plan if Melik's waiting
Does
downstairs?
Solana have to be there?
I think definitely Devanay and Dragonbait should go up, but it's up to Quinn and Solana if they want to join them.
Okay, so
Gwen,
we
you
have,
have a dog?
Quinn will be around. He won't be in the same room, but he'll be in the adjacent room.
Solana will go in the room.
okay, so Quinn is going to be next door, and Solana, you're in the same room with Devanay and Dragonbait.
Yes.
Okay.
Feels obligated.
Okay. So as everyone sort of ushers their way around, what I will do real quick is grab, for our players and our viewers at home, a reminder. We'll blow her up on the screen right here. As about 5-10 minutes passes, Melik, everyone's gone upstairs. You have a couple of small groups in the area. And about 5-10 minutes goes by, and this young seeming woman walks in.
She doesn't look all human.
Sort of dirty blonde hair coming down. Comes in and sees you, and recognizing you from being with Devanay, sort of gives you a nod and just sort of looks and sees that you're alone.
Hey there! Yeah, remember me? We're actually,
Yes,
we've got our own room upstairs that we're gonna all meet in. Us and Dragonbait, the lizard guy you're looking for.
You found him.
Yeah, we found him.
Yes, please, after you.
Alrighty. I will lead her upstairs into the room that we decided on.
Okay. As you're bringing her upstairs, and I'm assuming you're staying in the room as well?
Yeah, I'm gonna stay by the... yeah, I'll go in the room.
Okay. So as you guys walk into the door, Solana, I believe this is your first time seeing this individual.
Yes.
You see there is a sort of shoulder length, little unkempt blonde hair, and a small, what appears to be a pseudo dragon, sort of tail wrapped around the neck, perched on her shoulder. It's, sort of looking around, almost like just getting the lay of the land, so to speak. It seems to be a little uncomfortable where it's walking into here.
Yeah. Hi, it's nice to meet you.
And Devine will stand up when she comes into view.
And she hardly notices you standing up at first, eyes focused on dragon bait. And Solana, as you say that, she sort of just half turns out, hello, and you are?
Oh, my name is Solana Windub. Nice to meet you. Very
Pleasure, I am Zandala. And then the eyes immediately back in between Devonay and focusing more on Dragonbait, though. This is... you know my father, and Dragonbait just looks right at you, Devonay. And you get the song... You get the sense he's sort of pushing you to take the lead a little bit on this.
Well, that's what we decided before, so she's sort of prepared for this, I guess. But she's standing up to welcome Zandala, and well, we decided to meet you up here as it's more private than in downstairs, but we have some bad news for you.
What do you mean, bad news? What's happened?
Artist is no longer with us.
That cannot be. He has spent so long seeking us. What happened?
Well, we were traveling with him, and we were attacked by some giants. And, well, it didn't go so well for him.
He fought very bravely.
You watch as she sort of backs 2 or 3 steps up, hand going back towards the wall. No. That's it. I can't believe this. What? No, where is he? If he said, where is his body? I would bring him home to my mother, to have him interred properly.
Well, he died at, I'm not sure if you're familiar with the train, but a place called Ataz Kahakla is where the battle took place, and he's buried somewhere north of there. We're not exactly sure.
Go ahead, I'll say the 4 of you in the room, go ahead and make a perception check. Oh, before you, Dragonbait's the 4th, never mind. So actually, Malik, both you and Devonay notice this. Fortunately, Solana, it seems to be your little... you're in a little bit of a rough emotional state at the moment as you're watching Zandala go through this. Both the 2 of you see tears starting to come down Zandala's face as she's turned sort of one hand against the wall, half leaning into it for support.
I'm sort of going to usher her to whatever I was sitting on and just sort of, maybe help her into that seat.
She follows your lead and looks at it. Is his resting place marked? Is there any hope of retrieving him to bring him home? He deserves better than to just lay in the jungle somewhere. Please help me bring my father home.
Solana here is a druid, and she grew a number of flowers on top of where he is.
Could you bring me there? I fear wandering the jungle seeking the spot with flowers on it to... I don't... We need to bring him home.
Listen, I get that you're in a lot of pain right now, but traveling that deep into the jungle traveling that deep is just, it's so super dangerous. And
now I smack Malik in the face.
If you're trying, go ahead and make an attack roll.
With what?
1d20 plus your strength.
Oh, just a strength roll then?
Yeah, right. We're literally just seeing whether or not you could even hit. Would a 12 even connect with you, Malik?
No.
So you go to... just misses. Zendala doesn't even notice. His focused eyes locked on between Devaney and Dragonbait.
Well, what I was going to say, because Melik definitely noticed that, was that while it is so super dangerous, I want to make sure that you know what you're getting into before you try and make a venture like that. I mean, I don't know. Do you know, like
silence?
Is closure really all you're going to get from it? You should go back to be with your mom.
No, closure is good.
Malik, go ahead and make an insight check.
No.
Zendala looks over at you and says, he belongs home with us. He spent a quarter century seeking a way. And only to find out when he's lost as we've been trying to find him.
He was looking for you guys too, and that was his last effort, was to valiantly try to find you. He was going somewhere for answers on how to find you, in fact.
Well, your mom, is she okay? Like, I know Artis mentioned her, not to be insensitive or anything, but we didn't know he had a daughter.
But, yes, of course, we're both fine. We've been seeking him.
Zendala?
Yes.
Have you ever ventured into the jungle?
Not for long. Go here and there occasionally, but I spent most of my time looking once I arrived here in the city. That's when I started hearing rumors of him traveling with this Soriel here.
Dragon bait.
Oh, yes.
Name.
Dragon bait, sorry.
Journeying back into the jungle is more likely to end your life than it is to bring you closure.
Reaches up, wipes her eyes a little bit. Be that as it may, I must do that to return home. Just a decent few days' travel from here to Mesro as well. Either way, I travel to the jungle.
Well, it's more than a few days' journey to where we think Artis is buried. We didn't make particular note of it. We had other things going on as well.
Can I suggest this? How about we escort you home? And let's have this conversation with you and your mother, too.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check, Malik.
Can I help with that?
Sure, why not? She sort of looks at the two of you. I suppose having someone to aid me telling Mother would not be a bad thing. And there is the potential then, if Mother requests it, that you would aid me in retrieving his body.
Also, I'm sure Dragonbait would like to meet the person Artis wanted to find. And I'll look over at Dragonbait.
Dragonbait looks at you for a couple of seconds and then looks over at Zanal and gives a little bit of a sideways nod, as he's known to do. Zendala looks between the group of you. If we are meant to be doing this, how soon do we leave?
Well, my group here would like to pick up some supplies from the city, as we were busy watching the dinosaur races earlier today. So, day after tomorrow? And, I'll look at Solana and Nelik.
Bright and early.
I suppose I could use some rest myself.
Where are you staying for the nights?
I did not gotten that far yet. It tends to be the last thing I've worried about.
I mean, I can help put you up here. You can sort of become part of our group. I usually pay for everybody's deal with the particular talent of mine, so you can stay here, and that'll make getting up and getting ready to go a bit of a quicker.
Y'all have terrible bedside manner.
Thank you, and your name again?
Malik.
Thank you, Malik. It is
Not often I do stuff like this, so...
It is appreciated. Do you have somewhere I could lay, please?
Oh, yes.
I think
Please,
I need some time.
Of course. Whose room are we?
Whose room are you in?
You're in my room. You can stay here for now.
We'll leave.
We'll give you some space.
Thank you. She sort of goes over to the bed and just sits and starts to curl up.
Well, on that note, I guess I'd better head downstairs and talk with the manager of this fine place and get to putting a little extra work in, so...
Yeah, I'll head back down to the
You guys in
bar
no
area
mood
as well.
whatsoever. I'm gonna go over to her and say, like, is there anything you need that I can give you right now that would help you through your stuff?
As you walk up and you're closer now and the others are leaving, you can hear the breath catching in her lungs. You can see the tears on her face, and she looks over her shoulder, slightly over to you, and just says, I just needed my father.
Damn it, Matthew!
And as those words come out of her mouth, she just breaks.
You need a hug?
And
I couldn't put my arm around you.
at this point, she's just sobbing.
Oh, okay. I give her all the handkerchiefs that I have, and I quietly exit the room.
And Quen, go ahead and make a perception check, because I know you had said you were trying to listen in from next door.
That's
You,
club
I
trick.
fell asleep.
you heard about hello, and it got really boring real quick, unfortunately.
I took a snooze. I don't want to listen to this broad crying.
Oh my god. You all have, like, the charisma of a... Okay, you got charisma, but you all have, like, the emotional capacity of, like, my monkey.
Elf!
I am basically a stranger to this girl. I am not about to go give her a demon hug, so...
Okay, you're a demon. That'd be creepy, yeah. But I can hug her, and I gently wrap my arms around her, give her a bunch of hankies, and quietly close the door.
As the group of you make your way back downstairs, as Malik's basically setting up to get things taken care of with the innkeeper. As Zendala is resting, what is the group's plan?
Lana's gonna find those frost giants again and kill them all.
Oh,
What
now
time of
Devaney-
day is it?
Now Devaney wants a shot. It's I think it's evening time.
Yeah, at this point it's like early evening.
Huh.
I'll take
Quen's-
another shot with Devaney.
Quen will arise from his snooze and see that there's shots going around, and will also have one, even though he has no idea what happened. Yeah, I have a bad day too.
Aren't you
Give
a
me one of
small
those.
boy?
Huh?
Isn't your character like a small boy?
I'm 50 human years old.
Oh, okay.
Small boy. According to
I
the
did almost
Small
say-
elf boy. I'm a small elf boy, but not in human.
Humans will gladly serve what you're looking for. So as you guys start requesting drinks from the barkeep, liquor's being passed around. Is it any plans? Anyone have anything they're looking to do this evening, or?
I will comment on Solana and her race and how good of a job she did.
Gee, thanks, Devaney. That wasn't just the most tortuously emotional thing that we have to do all the past month or something. I don't know. And I like fall hugging Devaney. I'm like, thank you for liking my race. I'm sorry.
Ebony will sort of wrap one arm around Solana and just, make sure she doesn't fall over completely.
Oh yeah, I might be drunk at this point. That's true.
I'll go ahead and make a Constitution save. Let's see if you are.
Oh man.
One drink
IRL.
drunk, oh boy.
Save. Yeah. Well, it's
You're tipsy. You're not too bad, but
okay.
you're definitely on your way.
Okay.
Well, you
As
and Melik left, and I was all set to go watch the race after meeting with the prospective guide, and after that, I was surprised to see you and riding your dinosaur.
Yeah, that was fun. No, it wasn't. It was very stressful, actually. Very stressful.
But
I was
now you
afraid
can
it was
mark
gonna
something
be-
off your bucket list.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I was afraid I was gonna lose. But I
Did you
didn't.
see? Did you notice the guy that got eaten by the T-Rex?
What?
One of the racing dinosaurs was a T-Rex, and he just got mad and bit the other dinosaur in half, taking the rider with it.
I must have been really, really nervous then. I don't remember anything. It's all a blur.
Well, perhaps you were too far ahead to notice at that point.
I was also breathing into a paper bag, so I don't really recall a lot. Hyperventilation. Yep, it's real. So, how was your day?
Me?
Yeah.
Well, I watched the race. I helped you get out of a sticky situation.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, and then it
My
was
publicist.
and planting that bean.
Mm.
I'm more curious about what Melik found.
Oh yeah, Malik, what did you do today?
Really quickly, this recap brought to you by Free Time. Please come back for more recaps from Free Time. Today I watched some dino races, took a walk, had that whole emotional encounter. Pretty much just excited to go do what I like to do and put this one behind me.
Okay.
Sorry that came out saltier than I meant it to. I'm just a little bit tired.
We fought something really big from Bean.
Yeah,
Right.
Quinn almost died. I was pretty close to dying.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, what happened with that?
We planted one of the beans.
Yeah, Solana won a bag of magical beans and decided to plant one. And it didn't go so well.
And I will put 5 gold on the fact that Solana is definitely planning on planting more.
Just one.
Just one.
I still think you should get that bag checked out before you do it. And then, once we leave the city, so we don't incur the wrath of the guards again.
Again.
And just let me know before.
It might be kind of awkward if we are in the middle of another strange occurrence in the city. They might catch on.
Although, superheroes do that all the time.
We're not quite superheroes yet.
I just mean Gotham must be in shambles. But anyway.
Where?
What? I don't know what you're talking about.
It's some faraway place where Solana's from.
I can speak Undercommon.
The Feywilds of Gotham.
Yes. Anyway, so I'm gonna get these beans checked out by an arcanist, if you know of any, and I think I'm gonna sell the rest. So we have money for our funds to get Devaney some better armor, and I don't know what else we're doing. But
does anybody want anything else?
No.
I did on my walk, though, see a couple of shops down in the southern area, and there was one in particular I remember that I think Solana might be interested in. I don't remember why off the top of my head, but I know that I marked it on my map for some reason.
Okay.
So we'll check that place out.
Sounds good.
It's called Tarhoon's, I think it was.
Yep.
Somehow, Devine, you're super right. Are you psychic? I can't remember, but nailed
Out
it.
of character. It's Targaryen's, I think.
Yep. Out of character, mind you. So.
I also bought this monkey today.
Did you name him yet?
I wanted a Almirage, but they don't really sell them, and it might be illegal, and it was gonna be like way more gold. So I bought a monkey.
So, Noah, do you want to buy anything in the city?
Not a monkey.
No, but anything else? Any
You already have a
gear,
monkey.
better armor, something like that.
Oh, yeah.
'Cause we have the-
absolutely.
Group fund that we can take stuff out of, but we should sort of split it up evenly.
How much is studied on?
To be honest, I am interested in getting some of those more staple items. When I was window shopping today, there wasn't really there wasn't anything interesting that I really saw that wasn't like $1 billion. So if you guys know any places, I would love to go check it out. But most of the stuff down south is a lot of odd magical items that, while interesting in themselves, are super pricey because of the back alley dealings I suppose they have to go through to get them here. So not
Ooh,
really for me.
I might
but-
want studded leather.
Yeah, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah, Quinn, are you thinking of anything?
As far as for things to do,
Gear that you want to buy that while we're here, besides the gourd salve and things like that.
well, I have studded leather armor now. I don't think I can find anything better unless you find one that happens to be a more improved studded leather armor, which that
Yeah.
might be really expensive.
Yeah, I
That's
think
always
especially
fun.
here it probably is.
Yes.
I'm going to see what I can get made with those adamantine ingots. It
Nice.
might be pricey, but it might be worth it.
We also have to sell. We can sell that golden dinosaur statue I bought to some smelter or something.
Yeah, that would work.
Or we can bling out your adamantine armor, like around the edges and stuff, and that'd be really cool.
Nah, I'm good.
You could keep that one. You won a dinosaur race.
I
You should keep
did,
that
but
one.
I had some help.
No, you didn't. You did that. Well, I guess you did. Yeah, if you want to count your dinosaur. Yeah, you should. Yes.
I mean, yeah, I had my own dinosaur. You're right, and that was it. So I'm gonna just keep this trophy forever. Forever.
Well, I guess I'll see you all in the morning.
Okay,
I'm
I
gonna
got a
go to
strange
bed.
woman in my room. Can I have a new bed?
Good night.
No, wait. I got a strange woman in my room. Can I have a new bed?
I'll have
Someone.
to talk to Malik about that. He's the
Alex,
one that arranged
Alex.
it.
Oh,
Actually, no,
Right,
Quinn, you paid for it. The rooms tonight.
I did, yes.
I just got an extra one. Here's the key to it that I arranged with the innkeeper.
Thank you. And I will
Yeah,
go
so
to my new room.
Devaney's going to go to bed.
And Solana will druid craft a nice little flower arrangement on the outskirts of her old room for Zendala in case she sees in a week.
Okay, so is everyone sounds like everyone's turning in for the evening.
Yep.
Evening passes through easier for some than others. Quinn, you seem to have no issue with the rest this evening. Malik, you toss and turn a couple of times, but for the most part aren't phased. Solana and Devaney, it's a bit of a rough night for you two. And seems like you guys were on the Devaney being the one doing most of the speaking to Zendala, and Solana just that last couple of moments leaving the room with her. Takes you and little longer than usual, even in your somewhat inebriated states, to fall asleep. But fall asleep you do, and in the morning, the sun slowly starting to creep over the walls and oceans to the west, to the east. It's about as clear as it gets for the morning here in Port Nyanzaru. So that sort of slight haze and overcast as the morning starts to creep over. The day is yours.
If Zendala didn't leave her room yet, I want to take her up breakfast. I'm really taking this hard.
As you guys, Solana, as you specifically come out and start getting things ready, you see that the little floral arrangement you had druidcraft has not been moved.
Okay.
So you're under the impression she hasn't left the room yet.
Okay, I'll let her sleep. Alright. I'll go down. Start eating breakfast meat.
I'm sorry, what?
Start eating breakfast meat.
Okay, so Solana's heading down getting breakfast. Quen, Malik, Devaney, what are the rest of you doing?
Quen woke up early to have a nice morning stroll through Port Nyanzaru, actually. And is probably by the docks right now, looking at the sunrise.
Okay, so let me grab something real quick here. Let's see. Where do I have my little thingamajiggy? Okay, do me a favor. Go ahead and roll a D100 for me, Quen. So as you're sort of just standing at the docks watching the sun come up, you can hear a little ways off in the distance on one of the fishing boats is a couple of fishermen are loading up gear and tackle on and starting to take off a little ways from you. They're calling back and forth to each other, and they're talking about a group of bird folk living far ways up the Oolong River past the Laughing Gorge that are supposedly holding the last royal heir of Chult as their prisoner.
Can you say that last part again? They're holding the last heir of Chult as their prisoner?
Yeah, the last royal heir of Chult.
Are they saying this?
Yep, they're shouting it back and forth, sort of laughing, writing it off, but at the same point, they're calling it out, chit-chatting. You think they're discussing rumors and things they've heard.
I inquired to them about a royalty of Chult, as I know much about Chult, and I know that it has no royalty, but is rather run by merchants.
So as they, mind you, their boat is starting to sail, so as you're sort of walking towards the edge of the dock, as they're already starting to leave, one of them comes over to the side and says, yes, it's controlled by the merchant princes now, but it weren't always. Used to be a royal family governed here, and the last one of that bloodline is supposedly being held up in some monastery up the river some.
A monastery up the river, you say? What's it called?
I don't know. I know the river, it's up on the cliffside up along the Oolong River. It's just past the gorge, though, so shouldn't be hard to find if you follow the river.
Gotcha.
Which river?
Thank you. Enjoy your voyage.
Just going fishing, but if you're still here this afternoon, come stop by and we'll see what we can sell for you.
Yes, sir.
Watch as they continue along their journey, heading out to sea to go prepare for the day's. Try to catch the day's catch. As you're doing this, Alana's downstairs getting her breakfast meats. Malik, Devaney, what would the two of you be doing?
Breakfast as well.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm probably just grabbing a bite. Not really morning demon
So I was
person.
gonna ask Malik about this place that he had marked on his map.
Oh, yeah, I mean, for sure. I guess I haven't had coffee yet. I guess I was waiting to see. I feel like we're all taking the shopping trip like together. We don't have to, but we'll definitely put that on the list of places to go.
Well, Quen already left, so
Everyone except Quinn?
okay. Well, Devaney wanted to go inquire about ingots.
Yeah, and if you guys want to come along, that's
Okay.
fine.
Yeah, I think it'd be cool to have input on what those ingots turn into, so I think we can hit everything in one day.
Okay.
Okay, so as you guys are sitting having breakfast, go ahead, all three of you make perception checks for me. Okay. So actually, Solana, you are the only one who notices. Well, I should say, all of you notice, but Solana, you're the only one who really picks up on. You all see Dragonbait sitting over at the bar, eating something. Solana, as you're looking though, you can see numerous empty glasses in front of him, and he
Beer
looks,
glasses. Oh, like inebriated.
he looks totally burnt out.
Mm.
Doesn't look like he slept.
Okay, I slowly go over and I say, "Hey, are you okay?"
As he turns and looks at you, you can tell he's definitely down in the sewers. He's a little not quite hungover yet. He's still too drunk to be hungover.
Yeah.
It's definitely while not as emotional as the rest, it seems yesterday did take something of a toll on him.
I say, why don't you let me help you up to bed? I think that'd be a good idea. Yeah. Okay. and I put his arm around my shoulder, even though I'm much smaller than him, I guess, and just try to. I go, Devaney! Devaney!
Yeah, what, Solana? Oh,
Come help the other shoulder, please.
yeah, I'll go over. Yeah, yesterday was rough. Help him up.
So as you do the drunk walk of shame to get Dragonbait up to his room and sort of plop him down.
Yeah.
As you start heading back down, Solana, you notice the flowers have been moved.
Okay.
You haven't seen her as of yet, but there's at least sign of life.
Okay, good. I'll still leave her be. And, we'll go shopping.
Alrighty then, so what is first on the group's agenda? And Quen, are you wandering for the day? Or are you planning on heading back and meeting up with the group?
Quinn will head back and meet with the group and tell them of this new development of a royalty.
So right as you guys are finished up eating and are about to walk out the door, Quen's walking right back in, so you guys can have your little powwow about everything.
Hey, you guys. I came as fast as I could after I heard the news. I guess there's royalty of Port Nyanzu being held someplace up a river and at a monastery. I know we have a whole laundry list of other things we're doing, but God, sorry I ran so much. But I think maybe we could ask around, at least get a name for this place.
Do you think you do? Do you take everything you hear seriously, Gwen?
Only every 4th day.
Personally, I don't care. Royalty, meh.
Wait a second.
Hmm?
Never mind. Aren't you wrong? Never mind.
What?
Devonay sort of looks at Solana quizzically, like, you might. She thinks, I don't know. You might be onto something there. But. You do know that Devonay is sort of from noble birth, though.
Yeah. Okay. I thought I would know. I'm not sure if that was party knowledge or you were.
No. Well, you could sort of tell her clothes are quite fancy. And
why don't you share those fancy clothes with me?
Well, then if she shared her clothes with you, she wouldn't be wearing anything.
Oh, you only have one set of clothes?
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah, both Devonite and I are a little bit more noble than the average elf, than the average Sylvan elf.
You mean me?
I mean, I wasn't looking at you.
Solana, we're broke together. Don't worry about it.
But, when Devonay sort of laughs at royalty, she seems sincere.
Okay, so she's kind of like mock. Okay. Alright, so what?
Where's the ingot place?
I don't know.
Hey guys, you may be royalty, but I got a monkey.
That is true.
I can talk to it. You're not jealous. It's okay. I'm not jealous of me either.
Well, I guess we could just start looking for a blacksmith that looks like they would deal in things like more special.
Now that we were walking around, we were up somewhere, and we were dealing with people that knew metal.
That is very vague, Solana, but thank you. That helps, I guess.
You're welcome. I tried.
I think it was right up here.
And so when you guys, you would remember that it was under the great tent up by here.
Oh, wrong great tent.
Over, you guys were up in that further area is the jeweler that you guys
oh, right, the jeweler. Okay.
Scammed.
That's why I remember it.
Let's talk about
it. Well, the shop that I was talking about is literally just it's just a short walk down south if y'all just want to hit it up first and then just go ahead and go up and do the more businessy side of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
So you guys take the brief 15-20 minute walk with Malik, retracing the sort of somewhat winding path you took from that location as you were still trying to lose the pursuit you had. You find your way, managed to find your way back to Tarhoon's, and once more you see the sort of slightly older Dragonborn gentleman inside the shop, and that same rather pricey wrapped linen in the front window that you had looked at the other yesterday.
Solana, this is your stop, I guess.
Yes.
Hello, good sir. We
Hi.
are here.
Well, good morning. I see you've returned. Have you come to purchase the wrap you were looking at?
Me, no, but my friends, maybe.
How much is the wrap and what does it do?
Oh, well, let me pull it back up here. And Malik, forgive me, I apparently don't have it noted on me. What did we say it was? It was 1,000 gold, right?
Oh
Yeah,
dear.
yeah.
It's 1,000 gold pieces. It's if you wear nothing but this wrap, it enhances your defense some.
That's like a monk thing. Anyway, Ashland. Can you appraise something for me, sir?
What exactly do you mean appraise?
Oh, I have certain magical items on me, and I was wondering if you wanted to take a look.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check for me.
Oh, this is gonna be awesome.
He looks around. Magical items are more the realm of the merchant princes. We can
Oh.
get in much trouble for selling anything of a magical nature. You would need to speak with Wakanga Otamu for
Even if
things
they're
of
just
that.
beans? They're just magic beans.
Well, you are merely asking for identification. 15 gold pieces and I'll do it for you.
To look at my magic beans that I already know are magic beans.
I may be able to tell you more about them, but you're asking me to take a grave risk, so yes, coin is required to do so.
Solana, we could just go ask Wakanga.
Yeah, let's go ask Wakanga. Good day, sir.
Same to you.
I'm gonna throw the super cool dragon kin guy like 3 gold pieces from my pocket because I feel like that was a waste of his time.
As he sees you, sort of nods at you, Malik. Thank you, sir. I
Later,
hope to
I hope
see
to have-
you back again.
Hopefully, I'll have more money then.
Is that the only thing he sells? Is that wrap that no one buys?
No, there are great many items in here. This just happens to be what caught your friend's eye.
Oh.
What exactly
What
are you
else do you have?
seeking?
I think our friend here was seeking magical leather armor.
Again, now we are discussing magical items. That is
Plus
the realm
2
of
leather
Wakanga.
armor. Is that magical? Is that magical? I don't know if that's magical or not. Okay. Anyway, okay, yes, fair enough. Yes.
So I have a...
Company?
Yeah, let me try a couple of things here for you. Well, if you come over this way, and he...
Just guessing blindly what you have.
Yeah, so as he sort of starts leading you around a little bit and pointing out different things that he offers, comes over, points out a couple of different, just regular, looks like standard run-of-the-mill padded armor, some leather armors.
What's
Then
studded
as you
armor run?
Studded armor he's currently charging 60 gold for. As you get a little further in, you see he's got one set of what looks to be splint mail armor in the back.
Okay.
That is in pristine condition, he points. Now, things of this nature are extremely, extremely difficult to obtain in this area, given the temperature and things of that nature.
Yeah.
Currently, for this piece here, it is 1,200 gold pieces.
Ooh. Okay. Well, thanks again. Bye. That is a lot of money. Is that better than what you have, Devaney?
The splint?
Yeah.
I believe so.
Okay, so we can always save up for that, too,
But-
if you need that.
Yeah, I can come back if I need something like that. Hope it's still there.
That is very overpriced, sir. I don't think so. No. Okay.
Go
so
ahead and
let's
make an
to-
intelligence check.
Me?
Yep.
Oh God! All these checks I'm so good at. Look, another 9.
9!
9.
Doesn't quite seem as overpriced as you thought it does. A
Oh,
little
it's
pricey,
fine.
but not too horrible.
9. Yeah, these 9s are killing me. Okay. Anyway, so let's go see what these ingots can do then, I guess.
Okay, so go ahead. Whoever wants to can make a survival check with advantage, as the sort of group of you are on this group shopping quest.
More. With advantage, good.
Yep. So it takes you all of about 25 minutes as you make your way back into the city proper, and you manage to find an agent of Akin Afa, who is one of the merchant princes who deals in weapons, shields, and armor. The setup looks like a small, I'll call it almost like a small smithing cart. Doesn't look like a full service blacksmith like you would see in a normal town, but they do have a small furnace going. Looks like they primarily deal with things like shields, daggers, small blades, things of that nature.
Go ahead, Daphne.
Well, hello. I see you don't, have a forge nearby, but would you be able to point me towards one? I'm looking to have some ingots made into something.
Well, depending on what you're looking to do, we may be able to help you here. What may I see the material we're discussing dealing with?
Several adamantine ingots.
Oh, adamantine, yes, very nice material. A little expensive to work with, though. What are you looking to do with them?
I don't know, maybe a sword or maybe a shirt of chainmail.
Sword. Sword is much easier for us to deal with at this location, as we do have a small furnace and forge set up in the bottom of our mobile forge here. But chainmail, you'd have to go directly to the merchant prince. Making heavier armor not popular given the terrain we're in, tends to be a little pricier. Perhaps merchant prince would do something for you. If best we can do here is how many ingots do you have?
Quite a few. And I'm not looking for a full suit of chainmail, just maybe like a chain shirt, a coif, or something like that.
Oh. This may be doable. And how do you pay?
I have some gold.
Let's see here. So, fabrication costs, require measurements, and you watch as he reaches down, pulls out a small parchment, a scroll, and a quill. It keeps looking up at you, back down, scrolling things down on the paper, back up at you. Oh. We can potentially fabricate chainmail for you. We would need, a bit of a muscular one you are. It might be, say 350 gold.
Okay, and what about, say, for a short sword or a scimitar?
So if we go a different route and go that, two matched similar to the one on your person there?
The same size, but not necessarily the same style.
Okay, well, fair enough. getting heckled in the Twitch chat. I'll remember that come Friday, Michael. As he flips back in again, starts scrolling, getting sketches out. It's a slightly more like exaggerated curve in the scimitar design. He sort of quickly sketches out. Looks back up at you, back down there. Well, Jay, probably taking a little over 2, so we'll say 3 ingots to make this style of scimitar for you, and that would be 110 gold.
Oh, that's more reasonable.
Do it, Devin.
The short sword would be about the same, correct? I think I would prefer a short sword.
Short sword would require a little less material. There's no curvature required of the blade. It's just a straight tapered end on the blade. We can probably do that for 90 gold. And it would only be 2 ingots in order to fabricate that instead of the 3.
All right, I'll consider it. As I'm with my party, I think I will talk to them. Some of them might want some things made. So I'll sort of retreat out of earshot and say, well, I would like the short sword made. Can I take it out of group funds?
Yes, of course.
90 gold isn't that bad.
No, not at all.
Yeah. I'm going to be real. I did not pay attention to how many ingots we have to begin with. Are there
10 ingots.
leftover? 10 ingots. Holy, okay, great.
So if you use 2, then, there's still plenty if somebody else wants something.
And there's 8 left. So...
Do you use a short
Okay.
sword?
DM
Go for
question.
that.
Adamantine swords and stuff are magical, yes? Or they don't
Let me
count
take-
as... I don't remember.
I do have a
I'll be
short
honest,
sword.
I don't know about adamantine weapons. That may be something that we're researching when we take a break in a little bit. Let me just see if I've got a quick
Okay.
answer.
Because I think I remember seeing things like, except for adamantine weapons when it comes to like magical resistance and things like that. Or
Yeah, I think they count as magical in terms of damage resistance, but there's no bonus to the attack.
Oh, okay.
So nothing specific there. Let me just check one other spot. Now, who works well for this is golems. Okay, yeah, so it basically when... so for certain things, it does... basically, it avoids immunities. So things like golems that are immune to slashing, piercing, and whatnot. When using adamantine weapons, it bypasses that immunity. Oh, hey! Gwen actually beat me to the point.
Okay, yeah. I'm just remembering the fight with Nanny Poo Poo and running out of magic spells and things like that.
Okay. Short sword, let's see. I have one of those. I don't need it.
Does
Malik,
anybody else want a short sword?
I will actually take
Maybe-
one.
Would it be possible for him to replace the studs in my leather armor with adamantine instead?
I was kind of thinking of adamantine, like, crossbow bolts.
I was kind of thinking of like them going out of my knuckles and going.
A druid wielding iron weapons.
I'm pretty sure
What a
that's copyright
fantastic
infringement.
line.
Oh,
Such fantasy.
So, Malik, you think crossbow bolts?
Yeah, I mean, the thing is that they... Let me phrase this in a fanciful way. They don't seem to be much sturdier than the ones that I have, but at least they'd be more reliable.
Well, and you could save them for something if you run into something extra difficult.
now you'd have to retrieve
For
them. Though.
true. All
Yeah.
for true. Yeah, I wouldn't
Um,
mind having some just in case.
Quinn?
And I would very much like to see if maybe we can replace some of the studs in my studded leather armor with adamantine.
Well, we can always ask. I'm not sure if that would actually give you a benefit.
Is that directed at me or to Quen?
Well, because, studded armor, you could hit a stud or you could not hit a stud.
So, to be reinforced with adamantine, it needs to be medium or heavier. So it won't work with light armors.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Are you a wizard kind of, Quen? Can you like wear medium armors or not so much?
I'm not proficient in it. I would have to be proficient in it.
Okay.
And if I recall correctly, I think studded leather is light armor.
It is, yeah.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I would have to be proficient in medium armor, which I am not. And it would weigh me down if I'm trying to use my spell singer aura.
Alright then, so we're going for a short sword and some crossbow bolts.
And
15
maybe
to
some
20.
just regular arrows also.
Like
because
arrowheads?
I use a bow.
Okay.
I use bow. Just arrowheads then, not whole arrows.
Yeah, arrowheads.
You guys can stick them to your own arrow shafts.
Well, I'm just saying the shafts can be wood.
Well, yeah, but I'm thinking, if you just ask for arrowheads, they might give you just arrowheads.
Oh.
Or you could, I guess, they could coat them
Maybe.
if you give them some arrows.
Maybe we ask them
I
how
think
much
whole
they-
arrowheads would be better.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk back over and it was a lady, right? Correct?
No, I'm a young man.
Alright,
Thank you very much for
Is
noticing.
he a halfling or a gnome?
Fair enough. So, as you walk back over, you all now actually take a good look at this very young-looking gnomish lad.
Okay.
Flame red hair,
Oh my.
poofed out on the sides,
Sorry, dog.
sort of a little receding hairline on the top.
Squirrel.
Overly thick glasses on. They almost look like a jeweler's little tool that they look down. They are so thick. Hands are blackened, and you notice the last section of his left pinky is just missing. As he's there. Yes, you've returned. Are we to make the sword for you?
Yes, I would like the short sword. And we'd also like some arrows and crossbow bolts.
Okay.
How much how much material and money would you need for what quantity?
So, well, what are we discussing? Are you talking about making a full arrow or bolt out of adamantine? Are we talking about coating existing materials? And what exactly are you requesting us to do?
So I look over at Solana and Quen, and you guys wanted just the arrowheads, right?
Right.
Yes, just arrowheads for us.
And how many would you guys like?
I'll take like. We'll each take 10, maybe?
So how much does a ingot make?
Wield. Yeah.
Yeah, well, okay, let's see here. And once again, back down to the sketch pad. Going out a couple of crossbow bolts, rough measurements. You start seeing numbers and math drawn out. I'm pretty confident that with one ingot, we would be able to make approximately 20 arrowheads.
Wonderful.
Same with another ingot, we could do approximately 20 crossbow bolts as well.
How much would that be?
Cost between the two of them is fabricating and molds and labor-intensive procedure. And 60 gold each, 120. We'll get 20 of each.
I'll look to the rest of the party. Well, what do you guys think?
I don't need them that bad.
Run those
Well, if
numbers
we
by
do-
me one more time.
1 ingot of arrowheads and 1 ingot of crossbow bolts. It's 120 gold. It's not
For
too
both?
bad.
For both?
All in.
But don't
Not
we only
including
have
sword.
one remaining ingot? Because
No, we
your
have a
short
lot.
sword would require 2.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we got
and
one
we
back.
have 10 ingots.
Oh. Oh.
Oh, I'll drop
Nice.
200 on that. Yeah.
I say let's go for it.
Okay.
Well, I'm
We
thinking
get-
of just taking it out of party funds.
That's fine with me.
Yeah.
How
Okay,
much
so what are we
Alright.
doing?
Melt down this dinosaur statue, and for you to keep it. Like, how much is this worth?
May I see it?
Yes.
He takes it out of the pocket, comes a little scale, sets it down. It's weighing it on the scale. Takes sort of looks around, takes out a couple of pieces, small, looks to be weights, and starts weighing it out. Oh. Hands it back over to you, puts the weights and scales back in. Value of the material on its own, assuming it's the purity can be assessed after the fact. Value of the material approximately 225 gold. If you sought us to smelt it down into a usable form, we would charge you 30 gold for that service.
Okay. Gonna write in Fabio holding matters worth 220.
Well, Solana, that would be more than enough to pay for everything we want.
Yeah, do you want to do a trade?
Well, they would owe us 10 gold. And also, if I'm getting a new short sword, I'll draw my old short sword. How much would this be worth to you?
So, sort of gives it the once over. And, yeah, you can see some wear on the blade. It hasn't been fully properly cared for. A couple of nicks there. Looks like you're not the best at caring for your weapon, but we would still take this off your hand. For this short sword, we would give you 7 gold.
Huh, I might as well keep it. I take it you've never ventured into the jungle.
No, ma'am. That's why I'm nice and safe here at my forge.
Well, if you want to take the dinosaur trophy, go for it.
Okay, so let's see
Yeah,
here.
and
Do this,
so-
and then
If you want to, Devonay?
Well, it's easier than just giving cold coins, I guess. But if you're willing to give up the trophy, it's yours after all.
I go, Malik, is it okay if I give up this trophy? Or do you
You can do
have
whatever you want with
something-
it. You want it.
Oh.
All right then. So we would like 1 short sword and an ingot worth of arrowheads and an ingot worth of crossbow bolts. There we go.
okay.
And we
and-
would like to pay for it with this statue. And by my math, I think in the end you would owe us 10 gold pieces.
Yeah, that is it. Okay, no. And out comes the abacus and starts flipping back and forth in front of you. Yes, yeah, okay, carry the 1, put the 5 over here. Yes, that does appear that the math is accurate. So we will begin working on this, and we shall have everything prepared for you in, say, 4.5, 5 hours.
Oh, okay.
At that point, you can return here. We will have the smelting of the gold completed, and both the arrowheads and the bolts, as well as your short sword. And at that point, once we have confirmed the purity of the gold in the statue, we can settle up our remaining exchange of coin at that point.
Sounds good.
So yeah, I'll get Gwen to dig out of the bag the 4 ingots.
Gwen hands them over.
And you watch the little gnome face sort of light up with excitement. Not often we get adamantine here.
Well, I hope you enjoy.
And as he's got the 4 ingots, he's already down and working whatever small furnace and setup he's got in this probably maybe 3.5 foot wide, 4 foot deep cart, and the small anvil beside it, and starts getting to work. So it is next on our
Anywhere
party's
else
agenda.
you guys want to go?
Did you want to go to the Merchant Prince and see how much these beans are worth, or is that silly?
I think we should do it.
Well, then I'll go with you. I am acquainted with Wakanga.
Okay. You can
Well-
take point on this.
We were told to go visit him anyway, so that's where
You were?
our lady is staying. Whatever her name is, I don't remember.
Sindra Sylvain.
Yeah, that lady.
Okay, so it's Quen is already familiar with the lay of the land, and the guards recognize her. It's very simple for you guys to make it to the location. At this point, though, as you guys approach the front of the villa, you actually run into Wakanga's on his way out, and you sort of run into him at the front entrance gate to his property.
Oh, my Lord Wakanga. Sorry, looks like we just caught you on your way out.
He sort of coughs a little. Yes, I'm a little under the weather today, and heading to obtain some herbal remedy for myself.
Oh.
Is there anything I can aid you with in passing?
Well, we wanted to ask if you may be able to identify these interesting beans that my friend has come across. Solana, the beans.
Yes, of course.
As you hand him over, he says, yes, I can take a quick moment for this. As takes a few moments, the thing comes out and he sort of waves his hand over the top of the bag a couple of moments, and he watches the eyes sort of glaze over for a couple of moments, and then as he finishes up, yes, you have quite a few magic beans in here that, well, depending on your luck when they are planted, some can be very helpful to you, some can be more troublesome than they're worth, but they can be somewhat valuable if sold to somebody in the market for them, but due to their unstable nature, it's rare to find them going for as much as you may expect.
Is there any way to sort them?
Unfortunately, that is beyond even my means to tell individually. I can tell that these are magic, but there is no way to know what effect one will have until it is actually done.
I see. Well, thank you, sir. We appreciate your time.
It is a pleasure.
Is there anything we can help you with in assisting you with your sickness?
No, it is merely a unfortunate case of underboiled water.
Oh, okay.
Yes, it's an unpleasant situation, but
Oh man, you got the leeches?
please, voices down. It is not well for
Way to
someone of
be-
my station.
Way to be
That's
sensitive.
Wait.
But
I can help you out, I think. Does Rusto cure that? I forget.
greater or lesser?
Well, I only have lesser.
Okay, let me take a
Oh,
look.
wait a second.
Oh
I
no.
have greater.
One disease and one condition.
It says condition, then yes, it actually would.
Alright, I will cast Lesser Resto on him.
Okay, you reach out, touch her, and what does this look like as you reach out and touch Wakanga?
A nice soothing green glow around my hand.
Thanks for a couple of well, I must admit I am rather surprised. That seems to have worked wonders.
Oh, I'm so glad I could help.
Well, that is much less embarrassing than having to go to the market and seek a remedy of that in that manner.
I understand. We've all been there.
Literally all of us.
Yeah.
Help me out. I'm not. No, I'm good.
It seems to be rampant in the jungles at point if you're not careful with your water.
I understand.
And unfortunately, I had to release my cook for that very reason this morning.
Oh, no.
I assume you are off to seek the cause of this death curse.
Yes, we are just back in town for supplies and such, and then we will be out soon.
Please hurry, it is hard watching people waste away.
We understand. Have a good day, sir.
You as well.
Don't get any more leeches.
No, we are hiring a new chef.
Good luck.
Wakanga now, with his guards, sort of beckons him back towards the house and heads back in as there's no longer a lead for him to go out.
Good. Good deed for the day. Now I can sin.
Wow. I think we need some of that bug repellent, and that's all on my shopping list. Unless somebody has
good.
something else.
Oh, I want to find a toolkit besides my herbalism.
Instead of what?
My herbalism kit. I want to find another toolkit, but that's something I can find by myself on break or something.
Oh, okay. So, it's easy enough as you guys are heading back, well, assuming you're heading back over towards the end, because you know of at least one market that specifically sells the insect repellent and things of that nature. How much are you looking to purchase? You have
5 months worth.
Well, they sell blocks. Excuse me, they sell blocks for 1 silver. It covers you for 8 hours. They sell the gourd or the vial of the salve, which is what you guys bought last time, which is 1 gold each. It contains 20 applications of this grease, which is good for 24 hours. So basically 1 gourd will cover you for just shy of 3 weeks.
Out of character question. If we buy a silly amount of this stuff, like, is weight going to be a problem?
Define silly.
Like 50 gourds.
Let's buy like 20.
Let's buy like 50. I don't feel like wasting a week making bug spray again.
That's a lot of that's a lot of gold, though.
50 gourds at 20 days a gourd would be enough for 120 days.
Yeah.
There's 4 of you that you're covering in the group. At 120 days, that's a month worth of salve each.
See? Perfect. Let's buy 100. So
oh,
we're
wait,
at
50? No, wait, my math is way off on that. Hold on.
Okay. Let's make it easy. 100. I never want to spend time making.
Okay, yeah. So that's 250 days each. That is almost a year.
See?
So
We never have to come here again.
Solana, this place has actual beds in it. I do kind of want to come here again.
Death curse.
Maybe we should take a 3-month supply.
Okay.
Because
Yeah,
before we
but-
only took a 1-month supply, and that wasn't enough.
3 months supply it is.
And do we know how long it is to Mesero?
Yeah. No.
Let me see here. I don't believe you guys ever discussed with
He just said it was a couple of days.
yeah, I don't think he
Because
ever gave you specifics on where it is. It
Because
was
it
a
is on our map, isn't
Oh.
it?
yeah, it actually is. That's what I was pulling up to check. So let me just check here from where you are. Okay, that's so it would take you almost a week to get there.
Oh, that's not bad. But we get distracted easily. So.
That is true. But I'm going to agree with Quinn in this case. 3 months should be sufficient. And
Okay,
we have our
agreed.
bag of holding to hold all the extra stuff in.
This is true.
And realistically, just again, rough numbers. You guys can needle it down if you want to. 20 gourds will give you 400 doses between the 4 of you. That's 100 days each. It's a couple of days over 3 months.
Perfect.
Perfect.
And that's at 1 gold each. That's literally just 20 gold.
Okay.
Yeah, that's reasonable.
Easy enough to get everything loaded into the bag of holding. Each gourd is, looks like the size of a small butternut squash. So it's just, this guy's going back into the stores, pulling it out and bringing out 2 at a time. Loading on to as you guys are handing over the gold. And did you guys,
Where would I find armor in here? Besides that guy that was going to charge us 1,200 golds for a split amp.
okay, so in terms of you're just looking for
I'm
regular.
looking for studded leather.
Okay. So let's see here. I'm just checking. Fruit. Sell swords. Okay. Where is my market? Okay. Okay, so you can actually find it at the Grand Tent, at that Grand Market.
I was
Easy
just wondering
enough.
how that's hard.
The cost of the item at that location. Once I jump over here. Looking for studded leather, they're charging 60 gold for standard studded leather.
Okay. Which is how much the other guy was charging actually too, so okay.
Yeah, you
I
get
get
the
this out of the
impression
bag?
that it seems to be I guess I'll phrase it, a governed price for that specific item.
Can I take that out of the Fabio of holding since I gave up my statue, guys? Or
I would also like a
Yeah,
pair
I
of
would-
that if that's cool.
Sure.
okay, so that's 120, which is 695. Okay. Okay. And my AC goes up. Yes. I mean, I feel a little stronger. More protected.
Okay. Doomfish, we had Quan run roll one earlier. Malik, go ahead and roll a. Let's see here. Roll a d8 for me. Okay. Okay, so as Solana, as you're coming back, well, I shouldn't say Solana, as you guys are finishing up your shopping trip, you are all approached by a human woman who comes walking up to you and sort of almost giving you like the side, almost like a stink eye, but more like an appraising, like, oh, you lot there. Look like you're pretty well armed here. I'm in need of some assistance, and you guys look like just the ones who are going to do it for me.
Devaney totally slow turns. Looks her up and down. Doesn't say anything, though.
I have need of collecting a debt from one Taban. Yeah, made some bets on a individual about say it was a little over a month ago. It was set to be run through the executioner's run. Owes us the sum of 500 gold, and I'm offering 10% to whoever can collect it.
50 gold.
Who is us?
One of the bookies who takes bets on all the runs down at Executioner's Run.
What's Executioner's Run?
Why do I always get...
So you want us to be your loan sharks for 5 gold?
50.
10% of 50 is 5? No?
500 gold.
He owes us 500 gold.
Oh.
Math, that's not a forte, ma'am. What's the Executioner's Run?
So, a little over a month ago, a gentleman by the name of, what was the guy's name? Draza. And was set to run in Executioner's Run for theft.
Still don't know what Executioner's Run is.
Well,
Solana actually might, because way back when the day we were leaving the city, there was that lady who wanted us to rescue somebody that was going to run in the Executioner's Run.
Why didn't we do that? Oh yeah, I wanted to do that. No one else wanted to do that. Now I remember.
Yeah, so yeah, it was that. It was a long time ago, but yeah.
I'm guessing a lot of people that were supposed to be executed run in this run, and the winner gets to not die.
Well, yes, for the most part.
Sounds terrible.
Oh, yes, he was sentenced there for theft, and Taban bet on him, and, well, suffice to say, Taban lost his bet.
That's rough.
Alright, listen, lady. Ask us maybe a month ago, but I don't know. We got plenty of money, and we've got our own, like, good thing going on right now. Like, we're already escorting people, so I don't know if we're gonna mess with this. Good luck with all that, but 50 gold ain't nothing.
Wow.
Yeah, go get your own money.
My friends are really rude. Bye.
You don't want easy money? Not my problem. Then starts muttering off. Solana, go ahead and make an intelligence check.
Why?
With advantage.
With advantage.
As this woman starts walking away and you guys start going on your own way, something starts nagging at you as you start to remember just over a month ago when you were asked to save someone by the name of Draza from Executioner's Run. And hearing this bookie mention how Taban bet on Draza, and you
Oh.
realize
Draza didn't win.
Draza didn't make it through.
Oh, we were supposed to save Draza, guys.
It's not our
God.
job to save everyone in the realm.
Actually, it is, and I'm pretty sure that's what we were going to do when we didn't save Draza. So,
But we didn't yet. So there.
and we still haven't.
Time to save Draza.
So we should go do that.
No. That.
Nah, she was
Why?
too weird for that anyway.
Yeah, honestly, I just kind of hated her. So,
No. Well.
Well, now that we got our bug stuff, is there anything else somebody wants to shop for?
I might, but I'll look over it during our rest.
Yeah, we're leaving tomorrow morning, I think, right?
Yeah, so you guys have, it's, at this point you've been wandering back and forth. It's probably a little after midday. You guys said you want to take off, but first light.
how much money do we have left?
695.
Did you take off the 100?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Never mind. Never mind.
Can I buy woodcarver's tools for 1 gold? Or however exorbitant.
Don't you guys already have woodcarver's tools?
No, Gizzard had them.
Gizzard had them.
He just
Okay.
gave me the leather ones.
The leather
Yeah, we
ones
got the
for
leather. Leather, yeah.
Oh, okay. So
I want to make more arrows in the jungle.
let me just double check here. So, where is my little thing gone? So you're looking for woodcarver's tools?
Mhm.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so you as you're wandering around, you definitely managed to find them. They're charging 3 gold for them.
That's fun. Take them in my pocket. What would that be? Woodcarver. What attribute would that be?
For what you're trying to do would be dexterity.
Yes.
But you don't have proficiency with woodcarver's tools, right?
It says proficient or expertise. I don't know.
Well, no. Do you have proficiency with it currently?
No, probably not.
Okay, so for you, it'll give you access to do a little bit more
Yeah.
than without it, but it's still going to end up being just a d20 plus your dex.
Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, it adds my proficiency on no matter what, so.
Right.
Okay.
So what we'll do is we'll just have to remember to subtract your proficiency from it when we're rolling it.
I think I can -3 from it. Let's see. Yes, I can -3, so I'm fine on.
There you go.
Okay.
So
Thank
at
you.
this point, what we'll do is while we're sort of in the mid-shopping and coming to an end of shopping, it's a little later than usual. We'll go ahead and take a quick, like 5 or 7 minute break to go ahead and grab drinks, facilities, anything you may need. Thank you very much for hanging out with us this evening, Digitio and Heckler. Oh, and I actually see someone whose tag I don't recognize, God King Jetboom. Welcome to the adventures. We
Hello.
are currently in our, I guess I'll call this our shopping and heartbreak episode.
Don't worry, I'll plant a bean and we'll have to fight something. It'll be cool.
Or you'll all hallucinate and, it could be weird.
Yeah.
But we're going to take a quick, like 3 to 5 minute break, go grab drinks and whatnot, and we'll be back just a few and see what the rest of the evening has in tow for us. So thanks for tuning in. And Mr. Producer, if you can bring us on over to a break. And welcome back, everyone. Thanks for bearing with us as we take our quick evening's respite. As we're going to pick up right where we left off with our party is in the midst of their, well, at this point now, waiting for some supplies and weapons to be made up. He's picked up some more bug salve. Solana went up, looked into purchasing some studded armor. And it brings us back to actually something Devaney mentioned to me during break, is that the party's been meaning to do a little digging on the city of Mesro. As for those of you who have been with us for a while may remember, Artis had told our group that the city was destroyed many years ago, and he's been spending all this time, near a quarter of a century, trying to find a way to bring it back. So, Devaney, I'll say go ahead and make a survival check as you're going around the city, basically asking people here and there, trying to get some information on this location.
Oh, Saja Nabaza? We did that already, never mind.
I would like to use my nat 20. Give me a 21.
Oh, okay. So, let's see here.
Yeah, wait, who's Melisandre?
So, let me double check if I remember correctly. That is Artis Simber's wife's name.
That died.
Maybe.
Yes, Alessandra.
Disappeared with the city of Mesro, I believe.
Yep, during the spell plague.
Yes.
Oh.
And it's interesting to me that it seems that Chandala either has not acknowledged this or does not know this fact. That
So
her father's wife has been missing.
Yeah.
Or the fact that she's invited us to go to Mesro, which sounds suspicious to Devaney, which is why she's asking around.
Okay.
So as you spend a little time and sort of poking around different people throughout the city asking about it, and you hear that some people say it's destroyed, that it was destroyed in the spell plague. Other people's claim that the defenders of the city used their powers to protect it and transported the entire city to another plane of existence to return back one day. Most people seem to agree to some extent that there were ruins left behind, whatever happened.
Do they know where the ruins are? Or
Yeah,
is that what the artist was looking for?
Well, I'm assuming the ruins would be where the city was.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so the city's a known location on the map.
Oh, okay.
So it's
Getting all these things confused.
one of the protectors of the city used to be known as the Beret. You get a bunch of little, like, all sorts of different bits and pieces. One specific person, though, mentions how the city was was believed to be the center of a war against a particularly nasty warlord by the name of Raz Nasai.
I hope you're writing this all down.
But by all accounts, the city is not technically a thriving city with people in it.
That's most people that you're speaking with, they don't travel out that way. So as far as they know, it's just what they've heard through rumor.
All right. And sort of matches what we've heard from artists as well.
Yeah.
Yeah. Said last, again, give or take, it was at this point almost a month ago that you guys were with him. He was telling you the story, and he was seeking a way to bring the city back and to get back together with his wife. So it's been almost a month since then.
Ooh.
Now you have someone who's saying, let's go home to mom.
Perhaps she is not all there.
I have a feeling she has other intentions.
Because she's a ghost!
And Devaney will look at Malik and do you think that she's actually Artis's daughter?
Honestly, I have not thought that she was Artis's daughter from the beginning.
Oh.
But I do find this interesting. So I'm in, honestly. Like, I'm kind of excited. See.
Yeah, I never thought she was related. And
Why doesn't anyone tell me anything?
you didn't ask. And the fact that she's invited us to go to see a person we know, not necessarily on this plane, to a city that is ruined or missing.
Stop pointing ears, too.
Is it's suspicious.
No, it's suspicious. It's definitely suspicious. It's so suspicious.
Yeah.
I mean, devilish plans, probably.
But you still want to
Weird
go
how
with it?
excited. Absolutely.
Well, I'm down for it, as long as if things get out of hand, we're able to take her out.
She's an average one with a baby dragon. I think we're gonna be fine.
Where are we taking him?
All right. I'm good with that. Solana, Quen, you still in?
Still in with what? We're taking her out?
Going to Mesro.
Sure.
Looks over at Quen.
I thought, is that where we're headed to solve this plague thing?
Devaney sort of puts her head in one of her palms and takes a deep breath. Solana, you were there in the room. Zendala wanted to go retrieve Artis's body, and we said, no, maybe we should see your mother first. And she said the mother was at Mesro, so then we said, well, just go there and meet the mom.
Okay.
With the goal of getting to the dad's body. Do you think this little girl's is after the ring that's on him?
What ring?
The
His
capital
crossing
R ring.
We don't know this ring exists.
Everyone knows it exists.
Oh.
Everyone thinks it's buried with Artis's corpse.
Oh,
Safe.
that's why she wants to go see Artist's corpse.
That's what I'm thinking.
We should take her somewhere else first.
But I know Melik doesn't know that the ring is powerful or anything. He just knows that there's a ring. Other
That's
than
fancy.
the fact that it created that powerful spell, I guess, way back when.
Yeah, that was a very powerful spell.
Yeah. I don't think anyone realizes how powerful it is, but you all know it's magic and has some capabilities.
I mean, that would be my theory as to why anybody who's not related to this guy would be after this guy and his body.
Oh, Solana's really gullible. Really gullible.
Yeah, I guess that's my opinion about it too. And I'd rather not we share any more information with her about exactly where it is.
But I can't wait to get to Mesro, because if it is destroyed and there is no mama there, I'm so ready to see her reaction to that and how she's going to keep trying to get us to her daddy. I'm just ready for the show.
We're just gonna turn around and kill us with whatever's there. Can we just
We can just
confirm
kill
now?
her before we get there, but we shouldn't do it in the city. That's just
No.
not good.
What if she's waiting to spring a trap upon us?
Well, there's one of her, and lots of us.
And we
There
fought
might be,
frost
like-
giants and like a whole city of frogs and like some other stuff, but those are the ones that I remember right now. Like, I think we're gonna be good.
You're like, there could be 5 thugs outside the city working for her.
Well, and as long as we don't, once we get out there, take a watch and just leave her as watch, then by herself.
She could kill one of us if it's just one of us on watch with her. That means there has to be 2 versus 1 at all times. And what about our 5 thugs in the forest?
Solana, we don't know about that.
I'll say this too. All of us have those like earplugs that I made for you. If she does anything crazy, we just pop those in and I'll play my crazy fiddle.
Ah, true. You do have a crazy fiddle.
It's crazy fiddle.
It's a crazy.
Quinn,
I'm a monkey.
are you okay? You're not saying anything.
Just feeling a little sick today.
Must be winter. Alright. So, are we confronting her now?
No.
Okay. That's all Solana needs to know.
Not in the city, anyway.
Alright. We should just tell her to eat a bean.
You could slip one
Like an
into her
old-
drink later.
Do it.
Like an old-fashioned witch trial. If she's
I
bad,
double
she
dare you.
explodes.
Outside
No,
the city,
I
Solana,
don't
okay?
want to like outright kill her and have her blood on my hands. That'd be really gross.
Oh.
And after the hours, Devonay is gonna go pick up her sword. If anybody
And
comes with her, then.
arrowheads.
But if nobody's coming with her, then she'll pick up everything. But
Oh, okay. I'll go with you.
I might like take a side trip and just like quickly go buy another instrument, kind of just for funsies. Fiddles are great, but I kind of miss having other options.
I have a bongo. Bzz. Not a bongo. I've got bongos.
a pair of bongos.
A pair of bongos. I don't have a bongo.
Oh, okay. Anything in specific you're looking for, Malik?
Do they have fantasy trumpets?
Because that's
They have a horn that can sort of function in that manner.
Awesome.
So it takes. Go ahead and make a survival check. See how long it takes you wandering around to find musical. Takes you all of about 20 minutes. You find someone who sells a couple of different things. They have a shawm, a pan flute, horn, lute, and a flute.
How do you
You're
spell
looking-
sham?
SHAWM.
Oh, yes, absolutely.
Oh, now I gotta
100%,
Google.
that's what I'm buying.
Okay, so as you walk over and talk to the vendor, he says, "Oh, certainly I can help you out here. 5 gold."
4 gold. Can we haggle here? Is that allowed?
And go ahead and make a persuasion check.
Oh, I looked up Sean.
Yeah, not the same.
Yeah.
He looks and says, "Well, if you want to push your luck, we can make it 6. How about we settle on 5?
5's great.
Takes the 5 gold from you, hands it over to you.
Have a great one.
You as well. You guys go head over to the and see the little smith you guys were working with. As he melted everything down, he comes over, shows you the base of the the statue that Solana had, and you notice there is one section of it that looks to be some sort of stone or heavy weight down at the bottom of it. And looks up at you. As you can see, we left the base intact. Once we got to this lower point, there's a small piece of rock inside of it, and this point, because it's not 100% gold, the math ended up, and we would be giving you back 3 gold, not the 10 that you were anticipating.
That's fine.
That's fine by me.
Okay. And your 3 gold pieces. Thank you very much. Here's your hands over the sword. 20 arrowheads and 20 crossbow bolts. So again, make sure when you're adding those to your respective sheets, mark them as adamantine. So they serve as magical for ignoring resistance, but there's no bonus to hit or damage with them.
Okay. No, not do it.
Anything else that the party is seeking to do today before turning in and preparing to head out in the morning?
No.
I
No.
don't think so.
Okay. So as you guys get back to your inn for the evening, you find Zendala sitting downstairs in the corner by herself, eating. Really don't know what meal this is for her for today. Still looks to be little messed up in the face, so to speak. Still red, sort of swollen a little bit. Looks like she's been crying still.
Aw, see, she's sad.
Devne's going to go see where Dragonbite's at.
Okay, as you go upstairs to the room that Dragonbait is at, and you're just walking in, knocking on the door.
I'll definitely knock on the door.
Okay. After a couple of moments, you start to hear some footsteps moving around. Hear the door unlock, and the door cracks open, and he sees you, opens the door up.
I was just wondering if you were doing all right after your rough night.
Dragonbait sort of nods a little bit, still a little uneasy on the feet, but...
Could I come in for a second? I don't want to be overheard. Something to tell you about.
So he nods and sort of ushers you into the room, closes the door behind you.
Well, myself and Melik for sure believe that the lady downstairs is probably not Artis's daughter.
Dragonbait's eyes get a little wider as he's looking at you.
We're pretty sure that she's lying about it, and we know that the city, she wants us to go to the city of Mesro, and it's just a bunch of ruins. Why would people be living there?
They're bandits that are gonna jump us when we get there.
So
Dragonbait just sort of shrugs, looking at you like...
So we've decided to go along with it, but be on your guard. She might not be who she says she is, and
Stab us in the back.
And she might be after the ring.
Kill us all.
Instinctively, Dragonbait's hand reaches to his to the pocket he keeps the ring in.
In fact, she's looking for Artis, so if she's not his daughter, she's probably after the ring. Because that's what seems to be everybody's after.
Except for
So-
the death first.
If I haven't told the rest of the party about, more about the ring, but they've sort of come to the same conclusion, but they all assume it's still with Artis. And
To that, you see a smile creep across Dragonbait's face.
at the moment they have no intention of helping this lady. But we are going to go along with her to Mesro, but if things go south, I don't think any of us have qualms at the moment on taking her out. Other than maybe Solana, but...
Why would we go all this way in the jungle? Just be like, told you so.
Do you want to go along with her?
Just...
And Dragonmate seems a little pensive, like he's not really sure. He doesn't seem to know what the
What a waste of bug spray.
is.
Well, I think the overall plan is to go along with her to see if she's genuine, and if she's not, then do something about it. But we can't really do anything about it while here in the city.
And Dragonmate sort of nods, going along, and makes sense to him.
So I'm, giving you the lowdown on on what's going on. I think it's in your favor anyway.
The Weezer symbol?
Again, Dragonmate just get that hand up on that pocket again. Just sort of looks over at the door and, back up at you and smiles. Seem to be able to tell that he appreciates the information.
Are you going to come down and join us? Or are you still a little bit hungover?
You can tell he's still not 100% there. But
Maybe you should come down and eat something. But we do plan to leave early in the morning, so perhaps sleep is best.
He sort of nods and makes to head downstairs with you to get some food in him.
Yeah, so I'm going to get some dinner.
Hey everybody, I got a question when Stephanie comes down. Are we gonna hire another guide?
I think we agreed that we're not doing that.
I don't think we need a guide anymore, Solana.
Solana, you're our guide,
I did not sign up for this.
but you're the best
actually,
at it.
you did, but...
When did I? Wait, what?
Alright, Solana, I'll help you. After all, bookmark points north. So I think we'll have
That is the North Star.
easy time going. Which is the North Star?
The one that's always north.
I don't know. I'm not from this plane.
Well, I think between the two of you, you'll do excellent. Getting us to where we need to go.
Solana,
And
you've
then,
been categorically better than any of our guides so far at getting us where we're supposed to be going. So, you get it.
And,
But-
I'll look over at Zendala. And Zendala should have a good idea where Mesro is.
Zendala, do you know how to fight or use a weapon? Not kill us in the back.
No, I make do avoiding it.
Inside check. This is like the first inside check I've ever done on anyone. I've never inside checked anyone. Okay, I don't know. That's okay.
She seems to be telling you the truth. She doesn't seem like she's interested in fighting and seems to do everything she can to avoid a fight.
Okay. We might have checked her.
Yeah, so Divinay's gonna order some dinner. Relaxed. Takes a break from walking around all the time.
Okay, anything else the rest of the group is doing during dinner or during the evening? Anything else?
I'm gonna bond with my monkey.
Okay, so it's
Solana
Solana and her
in the world.
Solana and her monkey seem to be enjoying themselves quite thoroughly during dinner.
Feed him little.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat and try out this sham.
This is not about you guys right now.
Okay.
Sis, I'm here for you.
And then
What is
Lynn
it?
and Devanay, anything that you guys, Quinn, Devanay, anything you guys would be doing?
I'll just be watching Solana play with her monkey. And purposefully not summon a Volta, just to let Solana have her moment.
Okay, you seem to be doing pretty good with the pretty good with the Shaw Malik is
There's a little shade. I'm just keeping on top. I didn't even see that. See, okay, check this out. This is not about you guys right now.
Lennon, everything okay? We're getting a lot of through your mic.
Getting what through my mic?
A lot of noise. Just other people in the background talking.
Weird. I have my mic muted. Huh.
So it's
Here we
so
go.
Melik is playing the Sham and actually doing pretty good for the first real time using the specific instrument. We've got Solana's bonding and having her moment with her monkey. And then Devanay's doing her thing. Quinn, anything you'd be doing during dinner, or just everyone getting prepped for tomorrow morning?
No, nothing.
Okay. Night seems to go without incident. Anyone have anything they'd want to do overnight, or is it just...
Nope.
I'm going to switch my weapon bond to my adamantine short sword instead of my regular short sword. It only takes an hour, but
yeah,
that's what I'll be doing.
Easy enough to do in between like dinner and passing out for the night. So night seems to pass for everyone without any incident. The next morning comes. Everyone wakes up, heads downstairs. As you all have agreed, you're leaving bright and early in the morning.
Where is
Let's do this. So,
Mesro?
Mr.
Mesro.
Producer, if you can follow the bouncing player flag.
It's like directly to the east of Camp Righteous.
Oh, okay. Hold on. Can we
Like,
go
way
see the eagle creature then?
Solana, one thing at a time, okay?
Yeah, so from where you guys are, Mesro is right over here at the base of Kitcher's Inlet.
And that's where eagle creature is.
A little further down the river.
Yeah. I bet he'd love to see us.
As you guys so you've got a couple of different options on how you can set travel. You can look into chartering a boat and sail out the Bay of Chult and go around the north end.
Huh.
Or you can just take your canoe and start heading down through the rivers and whatnot.
How long would it take to charter the boat? Like, is it a faster boat because it's bigger?
So, it's a little faster, but you're going a further distance.
Yeah.
So let's see here. Let's go. You're basically going 450 miles, give or take, as opposed to going 110.
Fair enough.
Oh, wait,
Solana,
that's wrong direction. 120.
Devanay will point out to Solana, sort of whisper to her, if Sandala is going to be a problem, it might be better taken care of in the jungle instead of with a boat and other people.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Devanay. I'm chaotic good.
I understand what you're talking about, Devanay, and I agree to what you're saying.
All right, then
I
let's
hope
go.
you're-
Canoe is still in the same spot.
So as you walk over, the canoe is right where you left it.
Stephanie!
Barnacle free. It seems like the coin you paid to shore it up here to park it here was money well spent.
Nice. Is the kid still there? Can we tip him?
No, we should.
You see another guy there, but it does not appear to be the same individual.
Oh, never
Just
mind.
another dockhand.
Young man, we are taking back Stephanie. Thank you for your work. Have a great one.
You as well. See you in your next return. That was you guys start heading out of the city. Go ahead and make your navigator. Go ahead and make your survival check with advantage, as it's pretty hard to get lost leaving the city.
Okay. Yeah, know everything.
Okay. Yes, you are doing well on your departure from the city. How are you looking to move? Just standard speed as your
Yep.
all the normals that you guys have been doing?
Yep.
Okay. So as you're making your way down towards Mesro, what is the I guess I'll call it the sailing orders, so to speak, for those of you on the canoe? Like, how are you guys situated?
In
I'm
the
in front.
middle.
You're so happy to be on Stephanie again, aren't you?
So, Malik's gushing apparently in the middle.
I think Devin
Gushing in
and
the
Dragon
middle of
Maid
the
are
sun.
in the back as usual.
Okay.
Do you want to make small talk with Zendala in the middle there, Malik?
No.
Okay. I'll make small talk with her in the front if she wants to sit with me.
Okay, so we'll have Solana and Zendal up front. And but Quen, where would you be situated? Sitting right with Malik, in front of Malik, behind Malik?
Quen is going to be right beside Melik today.
Okay. So as you guys are going through, and as you guys are going over to get into Stephanie, you do notice Zendala does have a what looks to be a walking stick that's could pose as a staff if need
Okay.
be. That she's sort of not really leaning on, but at the same point, like like a healthy person would use just a walking stick just
Just
as a
a
comfort.
hiker.
Yeah.
Okay.
Those you guys are making your way to the canoe, and sort of like you did before, bank around the outside to head back down to the rivers, heading back into the jungle, and leaving the city of Port Nyanzaru slowly fading in the distance behind you. As some of you wave at the varying individuals.
Hopefully none of them calling out to save them from, like, death rate.
No, poor
Dude. Yeah.
poor Draza. They died too young,
Yeah. Don't remind me, I feel guilty.
just like artists.
Oh my god.
I don't believe Artis was young.
Yeah, but he died too young. He wasn't
Artist
like,
died at just the right time.
no, he wasn't like 90. He was like 50-ish. 60. I don't know.
You really don't.
No.
So you guys managed to take through the first day's travel. You have no difficulty whatsoever. I'll phrase it, Stephanie seems to be running great. Your navigator has you on point. You go through it's literally just a breeze. Anything that anyone would be doing during the day's travels?
I would ask Melik and maybe Quen to look for good sticks from the trees. I'll get a monkey! I'm really like, monkey! Find me good sticks on the way. If you reach down and pull on.
Okay, go ahead and have Monkey make a perception check. He's searching for sticks, so go ahead and make a either investigation or survival.
Is that just like wisdom?
Intelligence or wisdom.
Intelligence. Nope. Please.
Okay.
Better than
Takes Monkey a little while, but throughout the day's travel, Monkey manages to come back with a total of 11 sticks.
Good
for
job, Davy Jones! That's
you
awesome. I give him extra treat.
You guys managed to make your way through into the evening, and without any real issue in terms of the travel. And as you're heading down along the river, heading towards Mesro, the night is yours at this point. You can pull over, make camp for the night, set up watch, or you can continue on the way.
Nope. We'll pull over and make camp.
Okay. So which side are you pulling over? Left side, right?
We'll pull over right, because that's where Mesro is.
Okay. So as you pull over, well, Mesro is technically on your left because you're heading southward.
Oh, yeah. Okay, I see that. Left.
So as you guys pull over, find a nice little spot to camp. How are we handling watches for the evening?
I'll take the first two.
Okay.
Devaney would like last.
I'll take third.
Okay. Go ahead. I am in need of some perception checks from people. Wow, Solana.
No, nothing gets by me tonight.
Okay. So as you guys make your way through your watches for the evening, again, much like your first day's travel, it just goes nice and smooth. You're back out in the wilderness, a little achy as you're taking your various hours of sleep or meditation, no longer on the nice comfy bed that you were used to at the repose. But morning starts to come, morning light starts to creep through the tree canopy. You get that same sort of hazy, slight mist, slight sunshine that you've become accustomed to in Chult. And
don't miss this frizz in my hair.
The day is yours.
I rolled for woodcutter's tools, woodcarver's tools, and I only got a 10, so...
what were you trying to do?
Make arrows.
So out of the 11 sticks that Davy Jones brought to you, you managed to carve yourself down, and you actually managed to make 3 arrows out of it.
Okay.
It's a little bit of a rough go for your start.
Gotcha, I'm new to this. Alright, everyone back in the canoe.
Okay, so go ahead and make a survival check for me.
Oh no. What time is it? I'm gonna use my DM's inspiration. I didn't need to. That's okay.
No, nothing wrong with that. So, okay, as you continue heading on the direction between what you've been advised by Zendala and what you know from your maps and just your own navigational skill, you seem to be heading in the proper direction.
Woohoo!
So as you continue right along down the path, what would everyone be doing during the day?
Really important stuff like navigating.
Quen is actually singing a little song to himself and encouraging Malik to kind of join in as well in the
Is it
fun.
pirate shanty?
It can be.
Yes.
I'm definitely gonna noodle a little bit on this Sham. I also did want to ask Zendala like a quick question, just because I'm curious. But pirate shanty first, questions later.
Okay.
Okay, so whenever you're ready, go ahead and give us a performance check.
Ooh.
It's and Quen, go ahead and make a performance check for the for your singing.
Oh, I'm playing violin too.
Man!
It's
This is the best pirate shanty ever, guys!
It's
Yeah,
Devin has her
amazing.
earplugs out for sure.
and as you're watching this, Devonay, as you're saying that, Dragonbait has already got his out in the ear.
Whatever. Malik and I are having a blast. Okay, we're having the most fun out of anyone on this little cruise.
We're having so much fun. I'm a little seasick. I think that's the problem.
That the bongos, it's Solana's trying to help. It's a little better, but you know it's
Desperately dying on a cross trying to create rhythm.
as Solana, you notice as you're playing, Zendala's little pet pseudo dragon just sort of evaporates up and disappears. Seems everyone who can't escape is trying to at the moment, unfortunately. But the day continues on. It seems that the music is keeping things away. As nobody is really
Can I ask her if she has magical powers?
certainly says it's going through and she looks over at you. Oh, you mean my little friend?
Yeah.
Yes, I have some minor abilities.
How minor? How major?
I can bring my little friend back, and she sort of makes a couple of gestures, and the pseudo dragon pops back up on her shoulder. It took me a long time of study to learn how to summon Summerwise here, but
Aw, Summerwise. That's pretty. How old are you?
are you speaking me or
Yeah.
Summerwise?
Oh, no, you.
She gets a little bit of a coy look in her face.
Oh, yeah, woman never tells. I get it.
A woman never tells her age.
Of course, I understand.
Devin, I will point out, Solana, even I have a little bit of magic, and snap her fingers and have a Volta appear on her shoulder.
I have a monkey, a real monkey. And I can conjure a plesiosaurus.
Well, you just
gonna
have
say.
a lot of magic, but you know what? Some people just have a little bit, and they make do with what they got.
But I had to buy a real monkey because no one wanted to do adventure with me. And I'm really sad and I start to pout.
And all of a sudden you start feeling little monkey fingers picking through your hair again.
Okay, Davy Jones knows how to make me feel better. Okay.
Like eating the bugs that are in your hair.
Yeah, apparently I got lice. Again.
Oh, you're in the jungle. There are gnats. There's all sorts of weird
Yeah.
little winged beasts out. So, Malik, I know you said you had inquisitions you were seeking.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I was gonna kind of, as we're like floating down the river and stuff, let the whole party atmosphere die down a little bit from the fun pirate shanty. So like, what's Mesro like? You know, your hometown.
Well, it's been almost a month since, just shy of a month since I've been back, but it's most like most other cities. It's sort of well, round is the best way to put it, I suppose.
I mean, lots of people, culture. You got like a signature
it's-
dish.
Devaney will pipe up.
It's,
What's your favorite restaurant?
what is a restaurant? Do you mean inn or tavern?
Oh yeah, tavern or bar. You must have a favorite place to hang out.
No, we were gone for so long. It's now that we are back, most things have not been reestablished as of yet.
How did it come
It's-
back? Out of curiosity. Love a good comeback story.
She gets very quiet all of a sudden. That would be best discussed with Mother.
Can I like insight check her real quick?
Sure. She definitely knows more than she's letting on. But
Can I ask,
it's a little difficult to read whether she's like trying to be deceitful or just really feels that you'd be better off speaking with Mother about this.
okay.
Is it like an
But you
oh
definitely-
god, mother kind of situation?
You definitely get the feeling that she knows more than she's you.
Okay. Mother's gonna be in a rocking chair, decrepit, like, what Norman Bates style.
Note to self: change encounter.
Oh no, no, but great.
Yeah, Zendala gives you that, and she says, "I'm sorry, I can't be of much more use. We haven't been back in for very long before I left to come seek my father."
Who's
No,
we?
it's not a question of use or anything. I'm just curious,
Who's we?
All of us.
I think she means the city of Mesro.
Yes.
Oh,
The city we were gone, and now we have returned.
the city
There's-
was gone. I'm so
Solana would know about it, yes.
okay.
Yes, basically, artists said that the city vanished during the spell plague,
Oh,
and he was
okay.
been seeking a way to bring the city back so he could be reunited with his wife.
Oh, right.
So now Zendala is telling you that, hey, everything's back. So as you guys continue on for the remainder of the day's journey, and again, not much in the way of any real difficulty in travel, just moving right along. You have the same option: pull over to set make camp for the evening, or you guys can keep pushing through the night.
No, unless you guys want to.
No, that's good with me.
Pull over.
Okay, so you guys pull over to make camp. Easy enough to find a somewhat secure location, get the canoe set up as usual. How are you guys handling watches this evening?
Same, I'll take first two.
Last, please.
Okay, so it looks like we got the same setup as last night, so need a round of perception checks again.
Oh yeah. Low.
Nice roll, Melik.
About time.
Okay. So as you guys get settled in, you have your evening's meal, and then start taking your various watches. Solana, during your first watch, as you're sort of sitting and making your rounds, checking on everything, you notice that you start seeing a somewhat familiar blue and purple mist drift in from the west.
I wake everyone up.
Okay, so as it's encroaching in, you've got it's about 35 feet from you. You can try shouting if you want to guarantee you have to run to each tent. It's an action. It'll be moving closer each time as you go to wake up each person. But if you're just shouting out, there's a chance not everyone will wake up too.
I'm gonna shout out real loud and then run.
So just call and then flee?
Yeah. Yep.
Alrighty then. So let's see here. That's so Melik. I need a perception check from everybody. Melik, unfortunately, it's disadvantage because you're not trancing. Actually, let me check and see. I keep saying let me just look at the elven thing for trancing.
Ooh, Melik.
Holy hell!
For the first time, I awake.
You actually wake up for once.
Yes.
Okay. And Quinn, I need a check from you as well. Just looking on. Where is that thing on trancing? Cantrip. Okay, trance. Okay. Yeah, so actually as... Okay, then we got to do
Dragon bait and
Zendala. Yeah, so grab Zendala does not have a bonus to it. Oh, it's just a D20. Oh no, wisdom +3. Yeah, so no. She doesn't, and then Dragon Bait.
great. So the new person's
Dragon
gonna be
Bait
insane.
is Okay, so as the group of as it is dark out, Solana has yelled out and has awoken. Oh. Okay, why do I have 2 rolls from Devaney?
One was for watch.
Okay, that's right. No, one was watch. The second. Thank you. Okay, so basically, Melik and Quen, you both wake up in your tents, and as you start to open the flap, you see Solana full tilt sprinting to the north.
This can only mean one thing. The drug smoke. Go!
And unfortunately for Zendala, Dragonbait, and Devaney, they are just snoring away as this happens. Quen, as you wake up, are you running as well, or are you going to try to...
I just see Solana running away, right?
You see Solana running. As you open your tent, you see Solana booking it, and then all of a sudden you see Melik from the other side booking it, running as well.
I
You
just
don't
see
know if
people
others
running.
yeah, you don't know who's in front. You don't know if anyone's behind. You just see people in front of you running away.
Jeez, what's the point of even having a watch, you guys?
I woke you up!
All right. Well, since I don't see anybody else around and there's a clear implication of danger, I'm going to use my prestidigitation to magnify my voice and sound an alarm and have our folks get ready all together.
Okay, so at this point, it is now... let me see, how large is this? Give me a second. Gotta... There you are. Okay. Okay, so it's... Okay, yeah, so that's a decent-sized block of space. Okay, so it is now within about 20 feet of the camp. And Quen, as you're doing this, you definitely now see this sort of purplish blue smoke rapidly seeming to move into the camp towards you. As you go ahead and shout, okay, Devaney, go ahead and make another perception check for me.
Yeah,
Dragonbait wakes up. Zendala does not. And Devaney does not.
Same thing as last time.
So with that, as Dragonbait wakes up and jumps out, and at this point the mist is moving in closer. At this point, Quen, it's pretty much flee or you run the risk of being caught in it, as it looks to be a good 80 to 100 feet block that is moving in. It's a large area that's coming through.
Shit. Okay. Yeah, I guess Quen is going to run away because he's done everything he can right now, and he's not in summertime emotional thing, so he's not gonna waste any more energy on this.
Okay. So as you take off running, and it's pretty close, but you and Dragonbait both manage to squeak by and just get out of this effective area as your camp is sort of washed over by this purple and blue mist that you've run into numerous times at this point. Devaney, I need a Constitution save from you.
Come on, Devaney! Yay!
I do have pretty good constitution. Let's see how it goes.
Yeah!
Ooh,
Not bad. Okay, so you are actually, you are sleeping away, but do not seem to notice anything. As for the remaining four of you who are outside and just watching this purple blue mist drift through camp, it's about another 20 minutes or so before it actually clears all the way out of camp. And you guys feel comfortable enough to go make your way back in.
Hey, good night, guys. You're welcome.
I'm so glad I woke up this time. Oh my goodness.
You're welcome. Good night.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
With you guys get situated back up, Solana, you take the remainder of your watch. Wake up Melik, and then eventually Devaney. Remainder of the evening seems to go through nice and smooth. Devaney, is with you taking the last watch as the sun starts to try to pierce through the canopy above. Looks like it's going to be another clear, somewhat humid day. As you prepare to continue making your way southward towards Mesero, we will call an end to this week's session here.
Okay.
As it is just after 11. About as good of a point as we're going to get to stop, short of who knows what will happen in the upcoming travels. Before we just want to say thank you very much to our viewers for hanging out with us this evening. Again,
Right. Did you too? I have to plant a bean. You're right. Okay. I wrote it down. That's why I just said that.
Oh, okay. Well, if you want to plant one in the morning, you're more than welcome to plant one.
I will think about it.
So is oh yeah, that is a good point, because you did promise Digitio he wanted you to plant a bean.
I did.
Thank you much to our other people tuning in with us besides just Digitio, Shy Mooster and God King Jetboom, as well as Electrical Skateboard popping in to hang out with us this evening. We will be back. Actually, I didn't. Now that I think about it, we meant to ask this beforehand. Is everyone here next week? Are we going to be here next week?
Yes?
DM will be here if everyone else will.
Yes,
I will.
Quinn will be here.
Is there a holiday?
Yeah, Memorial Day.
Oh, that one. No, I'm good.
And I'm assuming Devaney will be here because, Canadians and whatnot.
Well, this was our holiday today, so there is a chance that I might not be because I will have moved that weekend. So I'm 100% not sure if my internet will be set up, but I will definitely try to make it.
Yeah. Does that
Sounds
mean
like we
that
are-
you'll have a video?
Probably not.
Oh.
Where I live, internet speeds are very slow, and not many people. No, actually, I researched it, and nobody offers faster speeds. It's quite sad.
Yikes.
Oh, we will. Sounds like one way or another, we will have bare minimum 3 out of 4 next week. So we will be back again next Monday for Memorial Day episode, and then see as our party continues on their way southeastwards towards Mesero at the behest of, well, I should say at Melik's suggestion, but with the enigma that is Zandala in tow with them. So we shall see what brings. Before we jump off, though, there is the issue of our Nat 20 for next week. So what do our viewers have to say? What do our players have to say?
I say Devaney for getting us all this sweet new gear.
Yeah, I think today's episode was a lot of shopping and a lot of lot of good spearheading from Devaney. I'm into it.
We've got Digitio calling to vote for Melik's failed haggling for 1 gold blower.
Oh, whatever. If you don't try, you'll never win.
True.
Solana, any opinions on your end?
I don't know, because Devaney just had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
So what we'll do is we'll go with Digitio's idea here and give it to Melik on the haggling attempt.
Out of left field. All right, thanks.
It's the little
Twitch
things
viewers
that
called
count.
for it, so.
I'll try and do something with it that actually helps us.
As opposed to...
So we've got a Nat 20 for Melik for next week.
Okay.
And as we tune out for the read, never forget when you have to tell a poor young woman that her father was smushed by a frost giant. Don't forget to add your proficiency bonus. Good night, everyone. See you next week.
Good night.